Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Hello and welcome to Lady Journey, everybody.
Lady Journey.
Lady Journey.
Well, Katie and I are about to go. I'm going into my second vacation. This was a shorty.
You've already had one vacation, and I had 3 short trips. I had 3 weekend trips at the end of spring.
Yes.
But I have not had any summer vacations yet. I'm going on a summer vacation. If you are going on a summer vacation, a little late August, September getaway, this is an episode that we have curated for you to listen to while you pack or while you think about all the things that you need to do for a vacation.
Yes.
Because I'm a big fan of, I'm a big fan of, first of all, doing a ton of preparation for like taking some work projects, crossing off some stuff. So then I feel like I can really enjoy the vacation. I can really cut loose. I can sleep in. I don't need to be like bolting upright in the middle of the night. Like, my feed.
Yes.
I need to refresh my feed.
Shit. Yeah. I have to upload this video or edit all of a sudden.
And
I've done that where I'm like, I forgot to put our Patreon up.
Yeah, you're just running from your like family brunch to back to your room. Because I think like part of the value of a vacation for me, and I again am going to my friend's wedding in Costa Rica, and I am officiating, and I am also involved in a lot of wedding tasks like planning a ladies' night. I'm going to be doing the rehearsal dinner, and it's like usually on vacations I think it's okay to be like, listen, it's not practical for me to 100% cut off the rest of my life. Like maybe doing like 15 minutes of emails in the morning, just checking in on the social media, creating a post. Like, I think like I will maintain that. And I think that's probably reasonable, but I don't want to do much more than that. I want to really be able to be present as I'm hammered at the resort.
Yeah. I don't want to be on my phone while at a hang, but I do think there's enough time in the day to dedicate 15 sometimes even like an hour just to answer some of those emails that should get answered right away. I've become a huge fan of out of office replies.
I love that you do that.
Yeah.
It's so old school and so fun to be like, if it's an emergency, you may text.
Well, I had it in my email signature I go, I'm off the grid. If it's an emergency, you will have my number.
Yeah.
Meaning like only people in my life that have my number.
Yeah, don't call me Crunch Fitness, okay? Do not call me.
Like, I'm not giving out my number in the email for people that don't have it, that say they have an emergency. I'm like, clearly it's not an emergency if I don't know you that well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I wish I could have that on my text messages.
Yeah, just to be like, I'm away. Well, I'll be in another country, so I won't have access to text unless it's through iPhone users.
Yes.
So, but those are the only people that matter to me. But the other thing that I love, and this is almost more of a better feeling than the vacation itself, which is why I do suggest like having some type of preparation. Of course you're going to be like packing and, that type of stuff, like taking care of your home and getting ready to leave. But like finishing off big work projects, that the couple days before you have the vacation, once you finish a big project, then you have this kind of beautiful twilight right before the vacation.
A kid again.
Yeah, where it's like, oh my God, like I finished my project. Now I get to have this feeling of like celebrating myself and having pizza for dinner because I don't want to get groceries because I'm going on my big trip tomorrow.
Yes.
So I recommend it just for that feeling.
Because you can't enjoy your vacation if your mental real estate isn't freed up. Like, I don't want to be stressing about stuff like, oh, fuck, I forgot to pay my credit card bill, or I didn't do this, or I need to do this situation. Where if you can tie up as many loose ends as you can before your trip, which ends up making the trip worth it because you've doubled your workload the week prior. Because I just did that and I'm about to kind of do it again, but it definitely made my vacation a lot easier to deal with, and I could have more fun knowing there was not one day that I had to actually worry about work.
Yeah, it's such a great feeling. So like for a structure, right? Say like pick 2 big projects, right? 2 big projects that you're going to finish before you get your vacation done, or get to some type of stopping point where you're like, okay, maybe I didn't get it finished because, life happened, but at least I know like I'm putting a pin in it and I will pick it back up. Additionally, I love to do, for me, like lists are life when it comes to vacation. Like I've got multiple lists running. List number 1 is all the things I need to do. Like you were saying, the things you need to do in your life to free the mental real estate so you can truly enjoy and be in the moment of your vacation. So it's like paying the credit card bill, making sure that you have like your plants watered.
Yes, returning messages. Any loose end text because I am really bad at returning text messages, but I'll go through. I will reply. It'll take sometimes 1 or 2 days to get back.
Yeah.
To a text message, and I don't like to have them hanging too long.
Oh, that's the worst feeling when you see someone and you're like, oh, she texted me and I never responded, and now like
I'm about to see her.
Yeah. And she texted me a year ago and it was like, are you okay? And I never sent anything back because I was going to get to it, and then I had chips and my mind became the experience of eating chips.
Yeah, and then when you see her, you have to do a full apology.
You're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she never cares.
No.
She's like, no, I just assumed you hated me. It's fine. I also love to use just one more note on doing big projects before a vacation. I really love to use the scheduling email feature. So what I'm actually going to do as I'm going on my vacation the couple days before, I'm going to do like sending out emails that I need to do, but I'm going to send them out so they go the following week. So like as I'm coming back, people will be responding to the email.
So
that
you can get back to
them.
stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So list of stuff that you need to take care of before you leave. Additionally, God, I love a packing list.
Yes.
Oh my God, like a packing list. Like, am I in a porn right now? Because a packing list is it for me.
I find sometimes packing to be one of the most difficult things when getting ready for a trip because we went to Maine and it's like the temperatures go up and down every day. Mm-hmm. And also when you're by the ocean, you're like, I'm cold. And then you walk about a half a mile inland and you're like, it's fucking hot.
Yes. Yeah.
So you've got jackets as well as bathing suits.
But I would research. I really do think that as part of your vacation and part of the fun of enjoying the preparatory phase of going on a vacation, like that, I do actually think I read something about this. It's like psychologically, when you have something fun like this, you reap the benefits of going on vacation actually as you're preparing, because you're thinking like, oh, this is very lady journey. Like, oh, I'm researching the climate. I'm researching like a potential capsule wardrobe, planning out my outfits, doing these things as like a self-care of like preparing to go on the vacation. That's fun. And that's what it's all about.
That is the best part. And it's sometimes you have to be honest with yourself. It's like, I think Tommy Johnigan had a tweet that I really enjoyed about like when you come back from vacation and you unpack your running shoes and it's a big slap in the face because you never went running.
Yeah.
That's what I did this trip where I'm like you're not running. Just bring your fucking flip-flops and you're walking.
Yes, I'm getting better at that too, where it's like
a simple sneaker.
Laptop. You don't need a laptop. You're going to a resort. You're performing a wedding. You don't need to bring a computer to watch an 80s movie.
Yes. And also, I find bringing a laptop on a trip, especially if you're not staying in a place that you're familiar with, it's just a liability. I remember we went on a trip. We put our stuff in the trunk of a car. This was in San Jose, California. It was like the first 2 days of a road trip that I was going to be gone, and all of our luggage got stolen out of the back.
You've
the
had
trunk
a lot
of
of
car.
laptops get stolen.
Yeah.
You've had like 3 or 4.
I just had one.
Oh, I thought you had one stolen in a hotel also.
No, I think that was like a friend.
Okay.
In that situation. I've only had one laptop stolen. Mm-hmm. We've had stuff stolen in a hotel before, like wallet, and my mom's had passport stuff taken.
Oh,
so
that's
she had to
awkward.
Get that, which is, you can always go to an embassy. You can get that fixed.
Oh, that's good. Good to know.
But, bringing a laptop, again, I just find it to be a liability. Like it travels in the heat. That's just an expensive equipment, and you can do a lot of stuff on your phone. So I try to do as much laptop work before the trip.
Get it in your pre-project time. I agree.
Because you're not writing that novel.
I am very pro packing with a capsule wardrobe and packing as light as possible, with including the things that you're going to need, like if you're going to another country and you need, like, making a couple lists. So, like, okay, outfits, right? Packing the outfits, packing the, like, other little items that you need, being sparing. And then, of course, like, you're packing your safety things, your little, like, charger for the European place.
Yes.
Or, like, you're making sure to pack your sunscreen, or, like, your new hat that you've bought. Yes. Of course. Of course, your hat is the first thing that you accommodate for.
Yes.
So, yeah, I love making a packing list because I, too, have a recurring fear that I will forget my passport and I'll just be that asshole at the airport that's like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to get a new one.
I got a driver's license. Or you're like, you thought you have an up-to-date passport, but you forgot that you got it renewed 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because time goes by fast.
Right. And you're like, I'm 40 already. How did this happen? Yeah, so I always put, even I do think, like, just having the list when you go to pack the night before or a couple days before and you know already what you're going to pack. Because I think, like, when you have that experience where you're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to pack tonight. And then you sit down and you're tired and you're exhausted because you've been finishing all your projects and doing whatever. And you're like, I don't even know what I need. And that's when you end up going on vacation and you're like, why do I have bell bottoms? Yeah. Why did I bring a pair of flower bell bottoms to this resort?
Why did I think I was going on date night every night of this week?
Right. Like, yeah.
But I live in fantasy where I have these, like, ideas that I'm going to be in these amazing fits every day.
Yes, I love the thing. It's like a TikTok kind of influencer, very anti-practical packing method where it's like you take your pair of panties and then you put your shorts on it and then you put your top on it and you fold it up and it's like now you have a little outfit pack. Now, it's like,
I've never been able to fit my stuff in my suitcase like that.
I think it's a totally impractical way to pack because it's like you're not just wearing one outfit per day. Okay, first of all, I need about 80 pairs of panties. Let's start.
Because you never know when you're going to have a massive diarrhea That's my fear. It's so funny how many you're like, I need to bring 3 extras just in case I shit my pants, which I'm not doing on a regular basis.
But you never know.
Even when I went to Ecuador and I got traveler's diarrhea, I still didn't shit my pants.
Yeah. I get the opposite. I get traveler's constipation where I'm like, oh, I've never had water. I've never had water in my life and I don't recognize it as a liquid. Now, I like to do packing more by, like, again, like capsule, so I'll have like 2 tops, one has a print, one is plain, like 2 bottoms, one is a print, one's plain, 2 dresses, one printed, one plain, and then kind of pack that all together. So it's like I have my day clothes where I'm out at the beach, and then I have my night clothes where I'm out at dinner, and then I have my cozy clothes when I'm back at the room.
Yes.
So maybe 2 outfits of each of those. But now, of course, because I am officiating this wedding, I am going to be wearing a sparkly suit, a rose gold lame suit.
What's Mike wearing?
Mike is Mike. We don't care. We don't care what Mike is wearing.
He's in the background.
Mike is in the background. He will not. I'm only wearing the suit for the moment that I officiate the wedding and for the photos.
Yeah.
So then I have my other outfits. But this is going to be an outfit heavy wedding for me because the ladies' night, which
the butterfly,
which
costumes.
Hopefully by the time. My friend does listen to the podcast, but I think this will air after the wedding. So we'll say, like, happy wedding, Sarah. The end. Hope you enjoyed the butterflies. We are doing a butterfly themed party. And, so I'm packing the butterfly costumes. I'm having my floral. And then of course, the rehearsal dinner, have to have an outfit for that. Then the ceremony, my suit, which is, I'm going to have its own suitcase because it's huge and it has shoulder pads, of course. But of course. And then my reception dress. And then the rest of the time, I guess I'm just going to be naked because I'm not going to have any. I got a tiny suitcase. The last time I bought a suitcase, I bought like a little dinker because I was like, ooh, I love it. If I'm like jetting to Seattle for the weekend and I have my my little
thing. Weekender.
But now it's the only suitcase that I have and it's so fucking small. So what's in your packing list? Like, you're going to Caribbean.
I'm going to Caribbean. I know I'll probably be in athletic shorts and a t-shirt for most of the time.
Yeah.
Shoes is my biggest problem because
Yeah.
they take up a lot of space in the suitcase. So what I generally do is I'll probably have my Birks
gotta have them
as my regular walking shoe, and then I think I'm just gonna do a flip-flop. I'm not gonna go. Those are my two shoes, two kinds of open-toed.
Yeah, it's such a challenge. Shoes are the most challenging thing when you're packing. Like, you really have to stick to. I mean, I have a pair of heels that I'm going to wear. I'm going to a wedding.
Yes.
Can you imagine going to a wedding in Birkenstocks? Like, is this weird?
Because they do look like Fred Flintstone feet. They make your feet look
really
wider.
I
wanted to get these Tevas that the Olsen twins have been influencing everybody.
Yeah.
And I've heard they're really comfortable vacation shoes to walk in. But I was like, do I really need another $40 pair of a different kind of black sandal?
I support it. I support it wholeheartry.
Okay, so maybe I'll add it to my Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah. Let me just say something about the Olsen twins, because they are the same age as me, and I always loved them, of course, since the early days of Ashley and Mary Kate's special videos that they were doing, like, ooh, Halloween time and like sleepover sing along. I love them. I love being on the journey with them as a fan, as they have transitioned from hot girls and then like girls on the scene, artists, scene chicks, and now we're all slowly going into grandma core and just getting the Tevas and just hunkering down for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
It's like they're now, it was like
it's
the big thing.
Or Grey Gardens.
It's Grey Gardens. Like, they were so sexualized, and now it's kind of like they can just be who they are.
Now,
finally.
It's weird because their fashion line, The Row, always seems like it caters to really wealthy women 50 and above.
Yes.
And you're like, was that who they were the whole time?
Oh my God. It's a caftan that you wear in the Hamptons. Absolutely.
I always say, I want to have that look, but I have a fear because I'm not rich. I will look disheveled.
100%. Like, if you're rich, you have an air, even if you're just wearing like a sweatshirt and your linen pants, like if you have money,
because you got jewelry and
you have your jewelry, you have your pieces,
your
and then you
Birkin
have your handbag.
Gives you up,
yeah, you have your handbag. So it's like, it's something, but it's like, if you don't have the pieces and the handbag, then it's like, oh, were you just on the way from the
fire?
Yeah, were you on the way from the social work center? You were just coming back. Are you getting your kids taken?
Yeah, it's like it's a hard look to pull off, but they've those shoes look like you can walk around and then also wear them with nice stuff.
Yeah, they do have that, like, a hint of like the Gen Z, which this is kind of growing on me, like the power clash.
Yes,
I love
high-low.
The high-low. Now, can we go into the maternity wear a bit here now? Because I
That's
remember
the other thing is, like, I'm trying to look for a bathing suit, but the ones that are over the belly, I'm afraid to buy at this moment because I don't know what size I'll be 3 weeks from now, because it's going to grow exponentially. And to be honest, what I'm finding with the maternity wear is I've seen over the bump stuff and I've tried to wear it, and I find it very uncomfortable to have to be aware of something around my waist kind of tight. So I've been really into the under the belly maternity wear that I think I don't really need to go get a bathing suit bottom that's hiding the baby bump. So I might just move up a size in a bathing suit bottom.
Yes.
Because I can still wear a lot of my underwear.
Yes, I support that. I
think
think
my
that's great.
bra is, I feel like my rib cage got bigger.
Oh, interesting.
So it's tighter here, so I might need to do a top.
Now that's sexy. I love a pregnant lady just out at the beach, just living.
I always think it looks cute. I have to say that because I have a belly with a purpose, that I feel more confident being fat.
Yes, yes. I know. It was like, you showed me, you were like, my ankles are swollen. I'm like, they're the cutest thing I've ever seen.
They're not not bad, but they get that like hypertension or whatever thing where you every now and then, if I've been walking all day, if you push down on it, it still leaves a thumb imprint.
Oh yeah, I mean my entire calves get that. I'm like, I guess I've eaten salt anywhere in the last 1 to 2 weeks.
Just eating pretzels.
Yeah, every time I fly, I like take my socks off and I just have that line. I'm like,
Yeah.
fluid legs, we got them.
But I've been, I'm really, and also like, I don't want to wear jeans because it's so hot. Like when I see girls wearing skinny jeans in the New York summer heat, I'm like, aren't you going to die?
Yes.
Like, and I like what you're wearing.
I have a linen
pant.
a linen pant, by the way, which is like wide legged. And
Yes.
these are so perfect because I don't have to, it's like that in between phase of like shaving the legs where it's like, it's been 2 to 3 days and I can't shave again now. Otherwise I'll be scraping my skin off.
Yeah, I just hate shaving in the shower because it adds like another 10 minutes. Also, I find with maternity wear, like I haven't really purposely gone out and bought maternity specific stuff. I did just buy Poshmark jeans that are maternity, and I think they're J. Crew where they have, it's below the belly but it has a band.
Okay.
So I can not have to button it, because I bought button extenders, but I realized if you can't tuck your shirt or you're just showing people your underwear.
You're just, hi.
I'm just Mike Lawrencing around. He always had his fly undone.
Now I love what you are doing too, which is you've got a lot of actually like flowing dresses, which have been really cute. And then
like the trapeze kind of thing, and then I put a belt kind of underneath it.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute because it looks like almost a little tunic feel.
Well, because it feels like I don't want to feel like I'm showing up in a sleep shirt.
Right.
That's how I feel like.
The belt is everything for those outfits. It's like the placement of the belt is so important to making it look like, it's the difference of like looking like you're 7 at a stayover, a sleepover party, or looking like a woman who is out doing errands and happens to be growing a human inside of her.
Yes.
It just happened to. But I remember when we did Karen Feehan's podcast, check it out, Only Feehan's, name drop. You were saying you were like cracking up because you were like, the bisecting line.
Yes.
Just bisecting the bump is hilarious.
It doesn't feel flattering to me. I've seen women have leggings that go way over the bump, and I've seen the bump suit, and I do want to try to partake in that, but like I'm just wearing one big unitard. It's weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've seen like girls like wearing the biker shorts, but the way that they have the seam goes up your pussy crack, and you're like, I feel this is vulgar.
Yeah, the camel toe seems to no longer be of any concern.
It's not a faux pas anymore.
Yeah, like now camel toe is just the way we're living our lives.
Body shaming me.
Yeah,
like
my lips are apart. But yeah, I've had that too with like the very I guess it's like really big spandex. Like the more it sucks in, the higher that seam just like goes up into the cleft.
Yes. And I'm trying to avoid that, but what I'm trying to channel now with maternity wear at least is like Maddie's biker shorts with big t-shirts. Like I'm trying to look like a 20-year-old influencer girl.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that look. I love the look that is like, the very casualness of Gen Z. And I know we've dragged them.
But they have perks.
Oh my God, yes. The power clashing, definitely. I mean, I'm power clashing today. And I was like, I remember I used to do this a lot when I was younger. Blue pants, my top, whatever. It doesn't really match. But then I've got leopard print. These are my Rothy's.
Yeah,
thank you. They'll last forever.
The new trend is saying that to wear shoes that don't look like they should go with that outfit.
Yeah, and I actually am into it and I love it.
Yes. It's like a sartorialist take.
Yeah. I'm like above it all.
Yes.
I don't actually ascribe to anything except for
I
the
just grabbed the
mismatching.
first thing that was on my floor because I'm a hot girl that's got lots of money and clothes are thrown around my apartment.
Yeah, I was rolling around with my sugar daddy and I had to run out for my bagel.
But I'm still not finding a style that I like. Like I don't generally like, I've been doing those trapeze tank tops, what I'm like Old Navy, but there's something about it that I don't like.
The thing of maternity wear is that your body is that shape for like a week, and then it's like you don't have time to be like, oh, I've made a discovery that works, and it's like, now it doesn't, now you're different.
Well, I feel like I'm actually in the sweet spot where the bump is cute, and then I'm about to head where you're like, are you in pain?
Yes.
Where
I think
stretch marks are going to start happening.
Yeah.
And it's going to look like the baby's its own separate entity.
Yeah, those ones where like the woman's bump is so far off
and it's so separate.
She's like just holding it with her hand
that you can like deli slice it off her body and then it's in a bowl.
Yeah.
It looks so weird. So I've just been in this like, I don't know what to wear.
Would you consider like an empire waisted dress?
I would do that, and I have a few of those, but again, like the rib cage seems like it has expanded. The other thing that I've been in, it's so funny how different kind of vibe of maternity wear. There's also like the ethereal woman that's wearing like cap sleeve off her shoulder, and like this part is scrunched up here. Yes, she's in a field at all times.
Yes, yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, meanwhile, you're like trying to get out of shit. And you're like, your vein is popping out of your neck from your gas.
I know, you're like, I'm trying to also, I still have to like do work.
Yeah, like
and
function
be taken
in society.
Seriously,
yeah.
like I can't have just like flowy dresses.
You can't just have like a piece of tulle wrapping your bosom, flowing in the wind.
I'm not doing a Beyonce Rolling Stone cover
right
while pregnant. So yeah, just like trying to find. I've seen girls that look cool, have like cool style, but it's like I'm not going to rehaul my outfit. The only bummer is like I look at all my clothes in my closet, I'm like, I won't be able to wear you maybe ever.
Yes.
I'm afraid of the bounce back.
Your body's changing. I have no advice to give you about the bounce back because I don't know it. But I think
are a lot of women getting lipo? I have no idea. Or the mommy tuck?
I think actually what is happening, and I'm basing this on TikTok revelations, is that like it does take a year, but your body does go back, and it just takes like self-care, prioritizing time for yourself, prioritizing your wellness, your walks, going to the gym, and doing that, which, it's like we all think like, oh my gosh, like I want to do everything for the baby and be there every second for the baby. But it's like, I think you will have to just set boundaries for yourself and be like, this is my time to get my body back. And I don't see why you wouldn't wear those other clothes that you have in the back of the closet.
Yeah, it's true. Like I did see Casey Balsham 2 months after giving birth, and I was like, you look amazing. And it looked like she bounced back nicely.
Oh, we got to get her on the pod.
I know.
We got to get her on the pod.
And I'm just, that's where I've been looking is like good maternity fashion, but I still really haven't found anything.
Yeah.
The bathing suit's hard because I don't want to wear a dress. You know how they have those like maternity
the swim dress. It's not for me. I'm not denigrating it, but it is not for me. I think it's very cute actually on certain bodies, like the way it like cuts your little like cute leggies, but like I don't like it.
No.
But I think it is tricky with maternity wear. One thing I have noticed is like you were saying, it's like each maternity fashion has its own like aesthetic, right? So it's like, and the aesthetics are like funny in a way. It's like, now I work on a farm. Like now there's a pea in a pod. It's like, am I Mormon now? I'm suddenly Mormon.
It is
that
Mormon.
I'm wearing.
All of a sudden I'm wearing a wide brimmed hat.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Protect
like
the baby.
Where's the maternity wear that's just like the everyday girl?
Where's like the millennial girl like running around like just doing like going for her hot girl walk, but she just happens to be pregnant. Like I just want to be myself, but I happen to be pregnant.
I'm finding athletic wear to be the best. The athleisure look is the best way to go.
I love it. Oh, I love athleisure. There is something really fun about like putting on a pair of yoga pants with zero intent of getting sweaty in any way. It's like, no, I'm just getting a coffee.
And just put a cardigan on.
And that my ass is being hugged.
Yes.
Now, back to vacation.
Yeah.
Did you have more maternity wear stuff?
No. That's the only thing is just like trying to find a bathing suit. I haven't found one yet, but I'm going to go through my bathing suit. But I actually say that I've still never found a bathing suit that I loved. I like a good Speedo.
Yeah.
But they're not like hot.
I have never found a bathing suit to give me the body that I want, which is Gal Gadot. It's like, will this bikini make me look like I am Wonder Woman? Probably not.
Here's the weird thing. I have underwear that I'm like, a bra and panty that I'm like, this is great. If I can find a bathing suit, but why hasn't anyone made a bathing suit that looks like fits you like your underwear?
I love it. I bra and panty, as I call it, a Coney Island bikini, because that is what people wear there in the sea. Yeah, I actually did get. I got a very cute swimsuit, actually from Target. So I know I did say that I was not going to be buying any fast fashion, and I have cut down so much, but I did get a new swimsuit from Target and I actually loved it. So I'm going to keep it forever and I will never throw it out. And it's the last fast fashion piece I am ever buying. But it's got high cut on the side and it's a little bit high waisted.
Yeah.
And then the same with the bikini, and it's okay. But yeah, it's like, I don't know that there's so many different things out there in terms of now of like high-waisted, low cut, like high cut on the side.
And it doesn't work for every angle where like high-waisted looks good in the front, but have you ever gone to the back?
High-waisted from the back is like saggy ass.
And it's also like halfway up your spine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it makes you have long butt, and then it's like very flattering in the front, but then you're like, but my back looks bad.
Yeah.
Then I thought the high brief was really cute, but then I've seen myself in photos and it cuts my body in a way that I find it makes me have a jelly bean body.
It kind of bisects you. Yeah. Jelly bean body.
And then the low brief will hit the hip dips, and so it makes bulges on either side that I can't find the medium that's better.
Can I make a case for a one piece though? Let me make a case
for
a
one piece
because especially like when you're swimming, if you do like to swim in the ocean,
I like to play.
Just get a one piece because it's like we've all been there where it's like, oh I didn't realize my nipple was out for. Have I told you?
Been there.
Can I tell you the story?
It's embarrassing.
Stop me if I've told this before, but one time I went to Jersey Shore with an ex. Shout out Jared. He's blocked me on social, so I don't think he's listening. But we went to Jersey Shore and they were like, it was beautiful. This was like years ago. We could see dolphins, but I was afraid to go on the beach because of sharks.
Same.
Yeah. And so I was like too nervous to go in, but then I finally went in and we were boogie boarding, and all of a sudden he was like, Katie. And I was like, oh my God, what? Like shark, like thinking there's a shark, screaming and running out when in fact like my tit was out. And so like now I'm just calling more attention to my fucking nip. And that's my story of why you should wear a one piece.
Well, I thought when I watched that Blake Lively shark movie, she's wearing a string bikini and the whole time she's trying to like swim away from a shark and getting tossed around, that I was like, my tits would be all out. And that's the thing I want in a bathing suit. If I'm getting dragged by a shark, I want to be dragged with dignity and not my tits flailing around.
Yes. I don't want to be breastfeeding a shark as I'm dying. Yeah.
Being like, help me, and my tits are out. Like, help me, I'm getting sexually assaulted and dying at the same time.
Yeah. Help me, the shark is Harvey Weinstein. I know. And also the other thing about a one piece is like not only will it secure your titties, but like we've all had like, you know,
it Spanx for your body.
Suck it in.
Yeah.
Suck it in. And then also like it stays in place in the nethers as well. Like we've all had like an awkward, you know, like you get out of the sea and it's like you just have half a lip out. And you're like, because the taut nature of it does tend to keep it in place.
And it's never happening. That kind of shit never happens to guy bathing suits. You're not like, your testicles are out.
Men, yeah, it's so easy for men. It's like women, we just have like a series. It's like cat's cradle in there, like just strings holding your nipple in place.
Yeah, and it's never like, even if you were coming out of the ocean and your tits out, it's not like you look amazing because your hair's like disheveled like this.
You've just been knocked to the ground by a wave, and then there's like salt in your inside of you,
and they're like, your tits are out, and you're like, I don't know because I'm
can't
blind.
See. Yeah. I've been stung by a Portuguese man o' war. Oh my my God.
So embarrassing.
Now,
There's no dignity on the beach.
There's none.
I also feel like no one looks good on the beach.
And nor should you try. It's like we all think like, oh, I have a beach vacation. Like, I'm going to hit the gym. It's like, just forget it.
Yeah.
Just go as you are to the beach. Like, there's no getting a perfect beach body a month
Because the lighting
before.
can be horrific because it's like overhead.
Yeah.
Accentuates all your cellulite. You're squinting.
Yeah, you have a sunburn. You have a sunburn immediately.
Like,
it's like there's no just come as you are to the beach. Now
there are no 10s on the beach.
No. You're not on the beach if you're a 10. Now, I want to give one last tip for a list to make in preparation for your vacation, which is you've got your projects, you've got your wrapping up at home, you've got your packing list, your series of packing lists, of course. But one of the most important lists that you can have is your fun stuff to do while you're on a vacation.
Yes. Oh, I also want to reiterate this. I feel like in the last few years, I remember just like from my teens all the way up until my 30s or maybe 35, I felt like you could show up to any national park or beach and you could just go. But what I'm finding now is like everything seems to be exorbitantly overpopulated, that you should go online or call ahead to see if you need to book.
That's a great idea. Yeah, booking ahead for the stuff. I want to book
Go early too.
Go early. Yeah, your plans. I guess that's another list.
Yeah.
The list of like just a few things that you need to do to plan out. That can be just 3 things. Planning 3 things of like, this day we're going to go here. I mean, we're already, because we're just going to be at a resort for a wedding. Sadly, I think we will be taking like 1 tour of indigenous wildlife because I want to contribute.
I thought you were just going to say like indigenous. Like,
I think we'll be going to a woman's home. But I want to see like the sloth and things like that. You know,
Yes.
It's like we're going to Costa Rica for a wedding, but who knows when I'll ever get back there again. I wish I could stay for like a month and really like experience the culture and do ecotourism. I hate the thought of going somewhere and just only going to a resort and just pouring money into like the Hyatt or whoever secretly owns this hotel. But I love to make a list and prepare my special activities for the vacation, which is like picking out your book that you're going to read, right? Like really like downloading your podcasts ahead of time and picking out something like, oh, here's my plan like for the plane. Like I've got my little snack box. I've got my little podcast. I've got maybe like a movie downloaded on my iPad that I'm going to watch. Yeah. Planning that type of stuff without overloading yourself, which I always seem to be like, I think I'm going to read Anna Karenina. I'm going to bring a 5-pound book in my carry-on.
I'm going to explore a new art medium and that will be my life. Like I'm like, I will be a watercolorist on this trip.
Yeah, you get like a kit. You're like, I'll bring this for the flight. You're just doing. So yeah, I think that is part of the fun of the vacation, and also part of like your own filling up of your bucket while you have the time off is like, finding out those other fun things that you want to do. And I've said reading a book and podcasts, and those are the only things that are coming to mind. And that says something about me and where I am in my life right now.
I do like adult coloring books, and I just finished mine.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I like bringing those, but I also, if we're talking about like the other packing, as much as you can't bring a straw hat, it's hard. But I do like hats. So I like a baseball cap.
Oh, yeah.
And I also like a bucket hat.
Yes, I have a
foldable. And it's a look. And
you
you don't have to worry about makeup and all that stuff.
Bucket hats are a look. Hats. I have a foldable beach visor, actually, that I just squish it in. It folds in half. It looks weird, but it's like, this is more about like sun protection.
Yes.
Don't forget your hat.
Because I can't really bring sunblock on my carry-on because they always flag it.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
big.
check it. You gotta check it.
It's a big one.
Well, let us know if you are planning any summer trips, everybody.
And some good vacation reads. I guess we're going to do some self-help books.
We are going to, we're starting something so exciting and
for the Patreon.
Dare I say awesome?
Yes.
We are starting a self-help book club where once a month Sarah and I will be reading the same self-help book, and we will be giving a recap of the self-help book with humorous tips of how we have may or may not applied it in our life. And so
a short version so you don't have to read the whole book, because we think self-help books are too long.
They're way too long.
Yeah.
So we'll do the reading for you. We'll give you a recap, and you can join our Patreon for $5 a month, or you could give us a review. You could subscribe to our YouTube. You could send us a sweet email, which thank you for the wonderful people that have sent in an email. Do not thank the creepy people, however.
Yeah.
Not a thank you to the people that have sent us disturbing messages.
We will ignore.
We will ignore it.
I feel like they've kind of chilled out for a while.
They have,
the summer
yeah.
heat, or they're in prison.
Yeah, they're either on vacation or they're upstate. Thanks everybody for listening.
Lady Journey.